I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. At the crack of the ass of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another crypto live trading session this morning. Oh my God, it is going up. It is going up. I'm up over, last I checked, I was up like 1,100% on my near long from last week, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Yeah, twice in a month, we're moving up. Yeah, we're moving up, man. Listen, thank God for quantitative analysis, you know, as far as how I trade. Now, I will say we're up big on the longs. We're up big. We'll go over those in a second, but I will say, shout out to Voice Crypto. David Brumbolo is in the house. Haven't seen him in a while because he probably hasn't seen me in a while. Round of applause. So, thank God for quantitative analysis, and meaning the way I trade is all based on numbers, conditions, it's rule based. However, I will say this. My theory on us going lower before we go higher, I know we had a pop ever since we had Besant come out last week and say China deal on the table, bada boom, bada bing. This weekend we're gonna make something happen. We're gonna go over what happened this weekend. Got more details this morning, but I have to say that my theory that we go lower before we go higher is not invalidated until we take out all-time highs. So until we go above 109 on Bitcoin, my theory still stands true. So we'll see. Either way, if I'm wrong, I'm still making money. Yeah, if I'm right, I'm sure the algos will be turning short as well. So we'll get into it. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. How many people do we have streaming with us right now? 25 over on X. Hit that like button. Share this stream if you're watching on X. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up right now immediately to get more people in here. I'm streaming now at 9 o'clock-ish a.m. Every morning. Monday through Friday, I should say. I will start adding in some non-crypto stuff and streams. I don't know when, but that will be on the 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫 channel. Let's see if I have a QR code for that. Go subscribe to that channel. Here it is right here. Go subscribe to the 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫, where kind of all my non-crypto related stuff will start streaming again over there. But let's take a look at the charts. It's going down. I just saw some more news about some company merging with the crypto Trump. I don't know what. We're going to look into that as well. We're going to look into that as well. But all I know is, let's see if I can bring up this, share this screen. Give me a second, guys. Hit that like button. Let's see here. No, that's not it. How do I get this? Okay, here it is. All right, so check this out, ladies and gents. We are I gotta zoom. Did I share it? No, I didn't share it. All right, 1 second, guys. Gotta share the screen again. We are in it to win it, ladies and gents. We are in it to win it. And let me show you what we have here on the screen over on Blowfin, where the swing trading algo system is running right now. 1,276% on my near trade. I'm going bananas right now. We entered a BNB trade this morning. We flip-flopped, but we finally got it right on that trade, and that trade is up decently. Now, you know, we've been holding this Bitcoin long. We went long on Bitcoin before Scott Bessent even made the news about the deal. So that particular trade is doing well. Let's take a look at, let me see if I can bring that up really quickly. Where we have being Bitcoin long is up 496%. So we're really doing well with that. Entered at $94,832. We're at 104 right now, hovering around 104. Great move there. Great trade there. We're in, I think, 4 longs right now. We're in a TRX long, which is up 322%. We're in, and those are recent add-ons. Like TRX, I think we added that trade on, might have been over the weekend. We're in a BNB long. That was this morning, up 131% on that one. By Bitcoin and Near. The Near one and Bitcoin one are the ones we've been holding for quite some time. So those are doing pretty damn good. Want access to these types of signals and tools, Bloodalytics.com. We got the scalping. We'll take a look at the scalps here in a minute, and the swing trading, which are these trades you see right now. So, man, this Bitcoin trade, as I stated, we've been in this trade since last Tuesday, milking it and milking it good. Scott Bessent came out right here at 5 o'clock on Tuesday and said, hey, we got a deal in the makings. You'll hear more about it this weekend. The weekend came. I was anxiously waiting to hear something. I did see that Scott Bessent came out yesterday saying that he'll give more details on what happened later on. I think he said might be today, and now we do have those details. I'll do the spoiler alert if you don't know. They agreed to a 90-day, I guess you can call it moratorium or possibly a reversal, I don't know, of the trade tariff situation with China. We'll get into the details. I got a Zero Hedge article up now. But as you can see, we have been since, I want to say Saturday, Sunday-ish, we've been, if you look at this, and I can draw this out, you'll see basically hard acceleration up, and now we're starting to kind of teeter off, right? The slope is starting to decrease. Now, does that mean, you know, we go up again? Or does that mean, you know, the buy the rumor, sell the news? You live by the rumor and you die by the news, ladies and gentlemen. I was expecting some move to happen over the weekend, like Sunday. We did get a whipsaw. We got a whipsaw move here, right here. This was earlier today at 3 a.m. when Europe opened. Got a nice whoop whoop that took us up to, and we sweeped 105, almost 106 on Bitcoin. Very, very close to the Trump top. Okay. I'm gonna go over to this one here. The Trump top is 109.7, almost 110. So on the hour, you can see we're starting to consolidate. But what are we going to do? Y'all let me know in the chat room. What do you think is going to happen? Are we about to take out new all-time highs or what? David says the more positive the media is, the more bearish I am. Hey, I'm here. Media is definitely a contraindicator, pushing hard into market open. So the NYSE going to wreck some later early morning longs. We'll know within 30 minutes. I agree. John Hill in the building. Shout out to him. I agree with you, Dave. Peter Schiff is going off on Trump and the trade deal on Twitter. Peter Schiff, man. Oh, my God. As much as I like him, you can never satisfy him. You can't satisfy that guy. He had the nerve to say it was bad to have products built here in the United States. Essentially, he said that. I watched his live stream like 2 weeks ago, and his conclusion was this is a bad deal for Americans because they're going to be paying more. Yeah, they'll be paying more, but they'll be making more. We'll have an actual wealth building economy. You can't just look at one side of it. Yes, it will be paying more, but we'll be making more. And Trump's goal is to have no income taxes at the federal level. So you'll be making more and keeping more of your money. We got Hyben in the building. I did not hear this, bro. Trump has a meme coin dinner. Oh my God, bro. We're going to get wrecked or paid. Voice says wrecked in 90 days. This is funny. You say 90 days. This kind of lines up with now. Oh, this is crazy because now, what did I say? I said sometime in the summer, I think we're going to see a storm. Now that we know we have a 90-day kind of like moratorium, pause on these trade wars with China, that basically puts us where? End of summer, like August-ish with 90 days. So I might be lining up. Benjamin is in the building. Some people over on X. Shout out to my guy. Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing a little trading, bro. Let's see. Let's look at the scout. Let's look at the scout really quickly and see if we got anything I can trade right now live. Because that's the whole point. I've been, it's been pretty hard to trade live at 9 a.m. because stuff opens at 9:30. And you really don't get a momentum swing until later between 9:30, really like 11, 12. You should be in a position, and then you can ride that out until the end of the day and maybe close out. I could have taken this. I just saw this, but I could have taken this trade at 8 o'clock this morning, but I wasn't, of course, ready or live to take that trade. So that wasn't an opportunity. So right now I have no trades to take on the scalping side. On the swing trade side, that we're deep into the green on all those longs as well. So nothing to really do there. Binance, again, we took this trade earlier today at like 5:30 this morning, and it has exploded, man. That near trade though, insane. Look at that trade. And Bloodalytics caught it kind of late. We were in a short, right? The move really happened down here at $2.35. Wilson Bars in the building. Shout out to Wilson Bars. The move really happened down here at $2.30. I didn't catch it until $2.60, and still 1,200% move on this trade. After a nice short trade for about 400%. So back-to-back big bangers on near. I told you guys, near, it will flip-flop, but once it gets it right, you're gonna make some money. You're gonna make some money with this algo. So there you have it. Let's take a look at the news, because I just saw something come up. First, let's take a look at this out of CNBC. So this Kindly MD shares skyrocket 600% after merger with Trump crypto advisor. Oh, that's what it was. Trump crypto advisor David Bailey's Bitcoin investment company. So a healthcare company is merging with Nakamoto, a Bitcoin company. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me understand the synergy in that. I don't want this shit. This is all seeming very bubblish. Very bubblish. Mr. 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 in the building. What's going on, man? I haven't seen him in a while. Bailey is a key crypto advisor in Donald Trump's camp. High-profile backers include Bitcoin pioneer Adam Back, Jihan Wu, Mexican billionaire Ricardo Salinas. I'm just not understanding how this even makes sense. So Kindly rockets 600% after the healthcare company announced a merger with Nakamoto Holdings, a Bitcoin investment company founded by blah, blah, blah. Newly formed company has secured $200 million in convertible debt and $500 million in fresh capital through private investment and public equity deal. I don't like, it's not explained why this would even happen from a business standpoint. Shares of Kindly MD will continue to trade under 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗙𝗪. The combined company expects to be renamed and will get a new ticker symbol. Nothing. Bitcoin investment firms raise large sums of money, often through a mixed equity. So is Nakamoto just like a Bitcoin, a firm that buys Bitcoin and other assets, then goes out and acquires companies? Is that what this is? I don't know. Caught my eye. There was another company that I think Friday jumped 500%. And that company is called D-Wave. Shout out to all my AI. Man, this AI shit is going to. Now, that's a good reason for it and a proper reason for a company to jump up. So D-Wave, let's go to CNBC again. I think they're wow, Dow futures up 2.5%. This is crazy. So Dow up over 1,000 points after China agreement to cut tariffs. Wow. So this is going to be a hell of a day today. I was wrong on buy rumor, sell the news. I guess the markets were they were on my side. They didn't think of actual anything tangible was going to come out of this deal. But when you bet against Trump, you lose. And round of applause, you lose. I was betting against Trump. Look at this. NASDAQ up 3.5%, almost 4%. For an indice, this is insane. This is insane. But what I was going to show you is Qubits. That's D-Wave. They're up 6%, but they were up, I want to say, yeah, this was this before or after the close? So it looks like after the close, they announced their revenue jumped like 500%. And their stock jumped 500%. Round of applause. That's great. It's been going up. Look at these legs up for D-Wave. This is one, I'm not in really analyzing and talking about stocks and stuff, but this is one. What's his market cap? What's his market cap? See, I don't even know how to read market caps and stuff with this stock stuff anymore. Okay, market cap, 3.4 billion. What's his PE ratio? I'm not sure what PE ratio is, but 3.4. I don't know. I don't know if this is expensive or this is cheap. I got to look at other companies in this same sector to find out. But this is one to definitely look into if you guys do invest in equities. Look into hardware companies like D-Wave, of course, NVIDIA, but NVIDIA is maybe, gotten ahead of itself. But D-Wave is a chip maker quantum computer company, you need to look into this one. Their revenue just went crazy. So I like to see when companies' revenue, that's the meaningful metric. I like to see when that revenue skyrockets. All right, so we're going to take a look at this one out of Zero Hedge and see the details on this. Enzo in the building. What's going on, bro? So 𝗙𝗘𝗫𝗫. QBTS is the ticker symbol for D-Wave. You guys can't see my screen? You should have been able to see my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. I had it on D-Wave. And so shout out to Mr. Sakila. He said, finally got the notifications for live show. Time's not friendly to catch for us poor folk in Blightly. Man, I'm trying to just navigate around this damn algo. Trying 9 o'clock. Maybe it's a better I get more notifications out. I don't know. So far, it's doing decently. But shout out to everybody on X watching. That's where I get a lot of love. YouTube, not so much. Rumble, I get some love over on Rumble. Got about 8 people right now over on Rumble. Shout out to everyone over on Rumble. Give me some love in Rumble chat. Okay, we can. Okay, cool. It was on the Kindly article. The Kindly article. So Kindly. Oh, okay. So Kindly, we have Kindly MD, which I would stay away from. I don't understand. The ticker for that is KDLY, but they're going to change it at some point, but it'll be an automatic switch. So KDLY is the company you want to look into that Nakamoto acquired or merged. They merged. Let's look at this the tariff situation. Trump did it again, man. Round of applause. I mean, the guy's a deal maker. No one else would have been able to do this. This guy squeezed China. He jumped them joints up to 145% tariffs and squeezed them. Like China would not do this with anyone else. This is even a win. Like I was not expecting this. So U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent appeared on Bloomberg TV to discuss the newly announced 90-day suspension of most tariffs between the United States and China. So here's a summary of the interview. So both sides agree we do not want generalized decoupling. Phase 1 trade deal with China offered a template. So phase 1, remember, was what Trump did in his first administration. You guys got to remember, this is nothing new for Trump. He's been squeezing China. He's been going head toe to toe with China. And I think that's why you know what happened when you know what happened. Precisely at the end of 2019, the trade deal phase 1 was negotiated, I think, in 2018 with the Communist China Party. And in 19, it started to be implemented. But China, that is, did not agree. They didn't adhere to any other points. They literally just lied in 18 and said, yeah, that's great. We'll do that. And then come 19, none of it was actually followed. So they called us bluff. And then again, ironically enough, what happened in late 2019 to shut the whole world down? Is it ironic? I say not. Wisdom Bar says U.S. bent the knee again. I don't know how U.S. bends the knee when. I guess you could look at it that way. You could look at it glass half full, meaning that we bent and said, all right, well, enough of the tariffs for 90 days, but I guess we'll never know. We'll have two sides to the story, right? I need to find some Chinese media outlets and see what the hell they're talking about. What came out of here? I don't know. Benjamin, I am on 4 streams right now, bro. I'm on Kick, I'm on Rumble, I'm on X, and I'm on YouTube. So Wisdom Bar says, how many times did the US say we got a deal? And yeah. Also, Trump said we won't make a deal until we stop being screwed over. Yet we still are, because where's the manufacturing? Well, manufacturing doesn't happen overnight. It has a highly resource intensive thing to have happen in such a big country. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. It is happening though. Companies are coming back. Seeing it a lot here in Detroit, man. People who were kind of voting blue collar workers, manufacturers, they are really thanking Trump, man. Like seriously, some people I thought I would never hear say, you know, they're supporting Trump and his initiatives because shit is coming back. So I hear you though. I hear you, and I thought the same thing. Like, dang, is this a PR spin to just kick another 90 days to see if they can finally get China to? But I still do think, Wisdom Bars, we actually hold the power. I think we hold the power in this. I think we have the upper hand. I really do. Like Trump says, you know, everyone wants to shop here. Shop is open. Everyone wants to shop here in the United States. And so I just don't see China having the leverage here, because they're making everything for us. 30% of their GDP is because they make things for us. And I don't know. So anyway, let's finalize this transcript and see what's going on here. This summary. So Besant says, and maybe I'll try to find something else. Zero hedge kind of leans right, but we'll see. Maybe I can find something else. Phase 1 trade deal. We're trying to offer the template. Besant said, we'll see where the final China reciprocal tariffs end. Current tariff level for China is a floor. April 2nd level would be a ceiling. So what's the current? So April 2nd was, what was April 2nd's tariff level? Anybody know? It wasn't 145. That was after April 2nd when China upped it, then US upped it, then China upped it, then US upped it. Besant now have a process in place to avoid China escalation. Implausible tariffs on China go below 10%. Want to see China boost consumption, open their market. China met phase 1 obligations until Biden neglect. So they're blaming China's phase 1 obligations on China, on Biden, which we know, like, Biden just reversed everything. So this is very possible that when Biden got in office, phase 1 from Trump's first administration did fall apart. Everything fell apart when Biden got in office. Escalatory tariffs were like US-China embargo, can always go back to April 2nd level for tariff. Okay, see phone call before meeting for Trump and Xi. If China acts, perhaps fentanyl tariff could come down. Not pushing for death penalty on fentanyl production. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Let's see if we have anything from China side. The joint state. This is the joint statement. U.S. will reduce levies on most Chinese imports from 145% to 30% by Wednesday. Okay. All right. Still high, but and still higher than what I think what we were taxing them prior to Trump and Liberation Day. So does that mean that China brought theirs down as well? U.S. will remove additional tariffs that are imposed on China on April 8th and April 9th, but will retain all duties imposed on China prior to April 2nd, including Section 301 tariff section 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗫. Fentanyl emergency invoked pursuant to the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. U.S. will suspend its 34% reciprocal tariff imposed on April 2nd until for 90 days, but retain a 10% tariff during the period of pause. Oh, okay. So it's really dropping down to 10%. 10% of tariffs continues to set a fair baseline that encourages domestic production, strengthens our supply chains, and ensures the United States trade policy supports American workers first instead of undercutting them. Amen. Amen. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find out the China side, though. The breakthrough in the talks also led to China reducing its 125 tariffs on U.S. goods to 10%. All right, we got a reciprocal tariff trade going on here. 10 for 10. 10 for 10. Cool. 10 for 10, which is hilarious. That's really just zero. They might as well just go to zero, but 10 for 10. China will remove the retaliatory tariffs it announced since April 4th and will also suspend or remove the non-tariff countermeasures taken against the United States since. How many of you guys, and I know Wisdom Bars probably thinks this is not going to, what do you think is going to happen in 90 days? You think a real deal is going to be set in place? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I don't see any leverage. Honestly, China needs our market to pump because they own a lot of securities. That part too. But in 90 days, Wisdom Bars, do you see this deal falling apart? As much as I'm a Trump fan, I see this deal falling apart in 90 days. I do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I think will prick the bubble. And it all lines up. I said we will see some turbulence this summer, August, late summer. That's late summer. I think that that all lines up. Enzo says, I always say this. They will initiate a trade war for fentanyl war, but let the crack epidemic run rampant. Yeah, they let that run rampant, man. That's a whole nother conversation. You know this shit ain't fair. They don't care about us black folk. I see it happening before 90 days. Oh, you see a deal, or you see it unraveling before 90 days? Dave says it doesn't look promising. No, it doesn't look promising. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This was a nice can kicking operation to keep Wall Street happy, keep the stock market up. See, them rich white folks. I'm talking about the ones that support Trump. A lot of them was getting a little. See, they bought their money first, ladies and gentlemen. F everything else. That money was getting a little funny. And people were starting to look at Trump sideways, and he kind of folded. Enzo says he sees a deal with them before 90 days. Okay. China, man. Don't underestimate China. They're stubborn. They want to eliminate us. They got a 300 or 500 year plan. I think it's 300-year plan to reign supreme. They've been working on this for some time. I just don't see them folding. I think they'd rather crash out than fold and lose everything. I think Xi would rather be kicked from his position than to fold. That's what I really think will happen. I don't see him folding. Yeah, I mean, that's the art of the deal, baby. That's the art of the deal. Again, no one would have gotten this far with China. No one would have gotten this far with China. No one other than Donald Trump. So, yeah, guys, looks like we got a 90-day pause. Enzo thinks we'll have something wrapped up before the 90 days. I'm not so sure about that. I think I think it's going to fall apart. I just do not see China folding. I think they would rather, Xi, I should say, would rather crash out and save his legacy and his image and say, hey, at least I stood up to the Americans and you guys kicked me out. I think he would rather see that happen than to actually fold. I'm just being honest with you. I do not see Xi folding. I do not see it happening. But we're continuing to markets are open. It's been about 15 minutes. Things are very bullish for Bitcoin or the crypto markets. Look at this Tron. Look at Tron just run. How much am I up on Tron now? Let me see where we are with Tron. Up almost 300% with Tron right now. $290. It's running. It's running. Tron is running. Okay, so big moves with the stock, the equity and stock market and crypto. However, Bitcoin is not moving up anymore. It's kind of losing momentum. It's not moving like the altcoins. If I go over to my main 𝗪𝗘𝗘𝗫 chart, this is my chart that tracks the altcoins. And altcoins on the 13-minute, and I can zoom out to the 1 hour, altcoins are still running hard. Now I think that's normal behavior. Bitcoin kind of leads the way, though Ethereum did run very, very aggressively. You usually see like an overshoot by the altcoins, and then altcoins will slow down if Bitcoin sustains a slowdown. But so far, it has been a nice run up since Sunday. I mean, we bounced literally off this near this green line I have tracked. This is like my indicator. I map over the crypto total market cap, and boom, nice bounce off there. And we ran Sunday from 1 a.m. Sunday all the way until the open. So it's looking good. The question is, which one of these three will fold first? Trump, China, or the Fed? All three holding their ground so far. I know, right? Fed won't. Federal Reserve is just completely defying the odds. They are doing something they would have never done. They got all the data to lower interest rates, but yet they want to play tricks and games with Trump and not let him have a easy path for the economy. So that's crazy. So Trump is really fighting two people, China and the Fed, which is, it's sad to even have to say that Trump is fighting his own people. So Trump is up against two factors, actually three, maybe four. He's up against four. He's up against the deep state. The deep state liberals, the left, the deep state right, the rhinos, China, and the Federal Reserve. Man, Teflon Don, boy, I tell you, I don't know. I ain't never seen somebody so persistent in my life. I haven't. But I still don't think this deal is going to hold up. I don't think this deal is going to hold up. We'll see. So far, though, I'm fully red or green all across the board as far as long. I'm long on Bitcoin, BNB, up almost 500% with Bitcoin, 98% on BNB, 316% now with Tron, and up 1,200, almost 1,300% with our near trade. Round of applause, man. 1242. Insane in the membrane. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. Subscribe to the channel if you want access to these powerful signals. $24.99 for the scalping set. But this you can use this indicator on any asset at any time frame. I just have it by default set up for you on the Bitcoin 1 minute and Ethereum 1 minute by default, and calibrated for you. You get that for $24.99 a month. And then again, you can add this to any other pair. And I'm going to do another video giving you more understanding of how to calibrate the parameters for the Bloodalytics signal, because I kind of left that out, right? So, and the labeling for the params are all off. So I'm going to update that this week. So all my current members, subscribers to the signal will see the update, and you'll see a better understanding of what each variable really means for you. So scan that QR code, sign up, $24 a month, cancel anytime you want. WeX, join me over there. Great benefits right now I got going on with WeX. And of course, Blowfin. Blowfin is where we swing trade. So if you're interested in the swing trading system, a little bit longer term, the money doesn't come as fast. It's for, you know, holding 2-3 days, even 4, maybe even longer than that in some cases. We had a hell of a run with Ethereum, but check them out as well over at Bloodalytics.com. You can get a free month. So scan that QR code right there. That's it for today, ladies and gents. I will check y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace. Holla.
Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. Your girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fucking porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling law. Fuck around and you clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.